The 15th century was a time of great change. It was a bridge between the Middle Ages and the Renaissance. This period, from 1401 to 1500, saw the world transform in many ways. Old powers crumbled and new ones emerged. The way people thought and lived began to shift. One of the biggest changes was the rise of humanism. This new way of thinking placed importance on human reason and experience. It moved away from the religious focus of the Middle Ages. Art, literature, and science flourished during this time. People began to explore new ideas and challenge old ways of thinking. The invention of the printing press by Johannes Gutenberg around 1440 revolutionized communication. Books could now be produced much faster and cheaper. This invention allowed knowledge to spread more easily, fueling the Renaissance and beyond. The 15th century was not just a time of intellectual change, it was also a time of great geographical exploration. European explorers set sail across the globe, seeking new trade routes and knowledge. Their voyages would forever change the course of history. The 15th century saw the fall of some of the world's greatest empires. These events sent shockwaves across the globe. In 1453, the once mighty Byzantine Empire fell to the Ottoman Turks. Constantinople, the empire's capital, was captured. This event marked the end of an era. The Byzantine Empire had been a center of learning and culture for centuries. Its fall had a profound impact on Europe. The Ottomans, now in control of Constantinople, renamed it Istanbul. The city became a major center of trade and culture in the Ottoman Empire. Another significant event was the fall of Granada in 1492. This marked the end of Islamic rule in the Iberian Peninsula. For centuries, Muslims had held a strong presence in Spain. Ferdinand and Isabella, the Catholic monarchs of Spain, completed the Reconquista. This victory unified Spain under Christian rule. These events had far-reaching consequences. They led to the rise of new powers and the redrawing of maps. The fall of these empires also paved the way for the Age of Exploration. The 15th century marked the beginning of the Age of Exploration. Driven by curiosity and the desire for wealth, European explorers set sail into the unknown. They sought new trade routes to the east and hoped to find gold and spices. One of the most famous explorers of this time was Christopher Columbus. In 1492, sailing for Spain, he reached the Americas. While he was not the first European to reach the Americas, his voyages had a profound impact. They opened up the new world to European colonization and trade. Another key figure was Bartolomeo Diaz. In 1488, he became the first European explorer to sail around the southern tip of Africa. This discovery opened up a new sea route to Asia. It was a significant moment in the Age of Exploration. These voyages were not without their downsides. European exploration led to the exploitation of indigenous populations and the introduction of new diseases. However, these journeys also expanded the European worldview and led to an exchange of knowledge and goods between continents. The 15th century was a century of profound change. It was a time of transition from the medieval world to the early modern period. The fall of empires, the rise of humanism, the invention of the printing press, and the voyages of exploration all contributed to this transformation. The Renaissance, which began in Italy in the 14th century, continued to flourish. Art, literature, and science experienced a golden age. Leonardo da Vinci, a true Renaissance man, made significant contributions to these fields. In England, the War of the Roses, a series of civil wars, came to an end in 1485. The Tudor dynasty came to power, marking a new era in English history. Across Europe, new kingdoms and empires were emerging. The Ottoman Empire continued to expand, becoming a major power in the Mediterranean. The 15th century set the stage for the centuries that followed. It was a time of incredible change, innovation, and exploration. The world would never be the same.